Hello, hello. We are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And for us, today is new pack day. We got all the branded support and stuff to open up today. As well as we gotta build a deck. We gotta figure out what deck exactly we want to play. I'm thinking we might just start with branded so we can get an idea of how the cards work. The new cards specifically, and see like how many of them we would want to throw into other decks and stuff, but I'm not quite sure on that. The pack opening today is going to be a little bit different because of how they've provided the bundles. I think we're going to be opening a lot of the bundles, but the bundles don't actually open the new pack, so it's going to be a little bit awkward. But I think we'll be perfectly fine. We have plenty of crafting materials, so we're not really relying on the new pack to get all the cards. Do we have challenges here? Got all our challenges saved up for when we actually play, and then we got 2 days of login stuff. I don't think that actually gets us another pack or anything, so I won't worry about that quite yet. So anyways, in case anyone cares, I doubt anyone does, this was the card. We almost got it right. Our last guess was one of the Trickstar, like Trickstar Link 2s. We guessed Holly Angel, and it was actually Delphindium. The Trickstar, of course, everyone knows this. I've never even heard of that card. I don't really know that many Trickstar. Like, Holly Angel is like one of the few Trickstars that I actually know. Or have heard of before. I don't even think I've ever played it. But anyways, let's get started. We're going to do the pack polls. We might go for some alt arts, but we're not going to go super hard for alt arts. I've kind of stopped caring about going super hard for alt arts, and I just kind of let what happens, and sometimes I get like one copy of the alt art, and then I'm pretty happy about it, so that's what we're going to go with today. Probably. Should I first construct the deck? Maybe I should do that first here before we actually pull cards. I'm just gonna straight up take the best deck from yesterday and probably build it one for one first, and then we'll go from there. I'll probably just build over my old branded deck since a lot of it's not even legal anymore to begin with. And I guess it'll be kind of cool because then we can see what the difference is between what it used to be and what it is now. So obviously we got rid of the maxis because that's not allowed. Are we no longer playing Tragedy at all? It does kind of seem like we're not playing Tragedy. I don't see it anywhere in the list, so that's out of there. Obviously, Albaz is being replaced partially with his new one. They both count towards the same. I don't actually have the altar. Oh, it goes. But they count towards the same because this guy's name is always treated as Fallen of Albaz, which includes in your deck. So they seem to run one regular Fallen of Albaz and 2 white. And you can see here that these dots turn yellow, meaning that you have all the copies of that you're allowed to have. And then, so this was the interesting tech of the deck that I had never heard of, but we're going to go ahead and throw it in for now. And we'll decide if we like it later on. Come on, let me type. The Cockatorium. This guy here. Kind of an interesting ad. The idea is that you can use branded fusion to make Rindbrum out of it, because it's a Beast Warrior, or Winged Beast with Fallen of Albaz. And then you tribute Rindbrum, because Rindbrum is also a Winged Beast. And that allows you to banish one level 4 or lower beast, beast warrior, or winged beast, which we can then banish Mercurier. And Mercurier allows you to add a card, a Fallen of Albaz, or a monster that mentions it, which allows you to immediately add the new guy, this guy. And then you're locked out of actually using this guy to make the synchro, but you're still getting all the stuff that you want out of it. So it's a pretty cool little combo idea there. I'm gonna actually make this screen smaller so I could still see the chat. There we go. Now I just have the deck list over here. Okay, so after that, we got Alubur. Not this guy at all, right? I don't think they run any of this guy. But we got one of the alt art, so I guess we'll use him, why not? And otherwise, it does look like we're running 3 total, so there's that. Then we got Ecclesia, not Cartesia. Ecclesia. Ecclesia, I have the alt art, but I also have this royal one. I think we'll use the alt art. The alt art's probably more rare than a super rare and royal. Some people are running 2 of this card, so in the future we might run more of it, but for now, we'll just run the alt art one. And then how many Mercurier? Oh, we also got Kit. Not the new kit, though. We might want to get a copy of the new kit. Oh, we already have Kit in here? It's down here. Okay, I see. I don't know why. Sometimes the cards are in a different order. I don't really know what exactly the deck construction uses to determine what order these cards come in. Because it's obviously not alphabetical. No, it is obviously separated by, like, monsters. I think even non-effect monsters come first, but, like, monsters, spells, and traps. But then I don't know what it's using otherwise to organize the cards. So anyways, we already have Kit in there, and then 1 Mercurier, so we're taking you out. And then we got double Cartesia, which we already have in here. We got the old Cartesia and the alt art Cartesia. And then we got 1 Quem. Yep, that's all correct. And then we're running Ua. All 3 of those. Then we got 2 of the Fallen of White Dragon. And then we are running Magnamut, which we already have. And then we're not running Serenir anymore. Some people were running it. This one is not, so we're just copying 1 for 1 right now. And then what's next? This guy, Albion the Shrouded Dragon, just running 1 of him. So go ahead, cut those out. No more Lubellians. I kind of like Lubellian, but, you know, I could see that he's kind of weak to Droll. He makes the whole deck weaker to Droll, so it's maybe not worth it. But in the future, I might consider running him, just because I really like Regained, right? Regained is just such a good and useful card, especially in a grind game. But if you're not running Lubellian, you're probably not running Regained, which seems to be the case looking at this. They don't appear to be running Regained at all. Not running Gold Sark or Foolish Burial anymore, huh? I don't see either of them. No fusion deployments, which is kind of lame, right? That new fusion deployment alt art looks so cool, but no one's actually using it. And then we are still running 2 Nadir Servant. Doesn't look like we're running Branded in White at all. We are running 2 Branded Fusion, of course. No more Branded Lost is also interesting. We'll take that out of there. No Regained. Add in the 3rd Super Poly. We actually have the alt art called by now. Let's go put that in. And then it looks like we're running 1 opening still. 3 high spirits. 1 branded in red. Okay, this is where we got the Fallen and the Virtuous. What? What do you mean? Oh, because we're in the bookmarks. I was like, surely there can't be 0 cards that have the word Fallen in it. Okay, we got 3 of those that we're gonna have to pull. And then no longer running Branded Sword, no longer running Banishment. No, well, this was I was just running this for fun. I don't think people actually use this card. I thought it was funny, though. Fusion Duplication obviously is kind of a waste. They are still running Retribution. Although, it seemed like people were using this card a lot more on the field than I remembered. Usually you would just use this to get access to your Branded Fusion by sending both the Branded Fusion and this to the graveyard. But now I saw people actually using the effect on the field where you negate something. Return to the extra deck 1 face-up fusion monster you control or 2 fusions in your graveyard. Okay. What are we missing? Why is this only 39 cards? What went wrong? Oh, I didn't actually add the Cockatorium? I just searched for him? I didn't actually put him in? There we go, okay. That's what we were missing. So, main deck-wise, you can see we don't actually need that much stuff, right? We got 3 and 2. Not that bad. And I think extra deck's not going to need that much either. So, first of all, I always thought Lulu Wall Lilith was funny, but no one's actually using it. Maybe we'll try and see if we can fit it in later, but for now, we're just copying 1 for 1, so we're not doing that. Looks like even with the Super Poly, we're not even bothering to run Garura. This extra deck space is going to be so tight in this deck. And it also looks like we're no longer running Dragostapelia. Are running Furious, and then the main Super Poly target is Theseus. And we still got Titanclad, no more Iron Dash. That out of there. Still got 2 Albion, because Albion you kind of just want to be sending to the graveyard all the time, because he's good. Lets you get a branded spell, which is going to give you lots of access to the Fallen and the Virtuous, as well as Retribution. Wait, I didn't take out this Beast. That means we're missing another card. What the heck? Where did this Beast come from? Hold up. We're still missing something. Okay. Maxi, Ash. Oh, the regular Ecclesia. Which actually it now has this alt art that we're guaranteed to get from the bundle, so we'll just run this alt art, right? We'll toss that in there. Okay, back to the extra deck. Still running Quiritis. Only 1 Mirror Jade. We'll see if we actually get one of the Overframe Mirror Jades. We'll try and get one. Alba Lenatus is another card that would be nice to get because I do not have it. Where are you? Right here. And then we got Lubellion. 1 Grangranol. No Sanctifier? Are you kidding me? Sanctifier is like one of my favorite branded cards. Definitely once I make my own changes to the deck, Sanctifier's probably going to be in the deck, but we follow the process for now. Rindbrum. Obviously, Rindbrum is very good. But Rindbrum, I guess, especially if we're doing this Cockatorium strategy with the Branded Fusion, Rindbrum is just going to serve the purpose of Sanctifier in a way. Now, what are you called? You're called, Devours? This one of the new fusions. This one's a really good super poly target. If a lot of people are playing branded, then they might even provide their own Fallen of Albaz, but even if they aren't, you just provide your own Fallen of Albaz, and then any light or dark, which you're definitely going to have, but your opponent might have, and then any effect monster, which your opponent's definitely going to have for the super poly here. And then we got Dark Dragon. Actually, that's going to be way too broad. Maybe? Here it is. Still Typhon, huh? Oh, that's not how you spell Typhon, technically. Alright, Typhon, and then Anaconda. Of course, Anaconda. So this is the deck list that we're hoping to build then, right? We're not that far off. Granted, that's because I've played Branded in the past and I have a lot of it. Really, the only old card that I don't have is Albalinatus. This card, we obviously have the lower rarity, but we're going to get the higher rarity version just by opening packs today. Other than that, we need 2, 5, 6 new cards, and then we will have the chance, I believe, to pull Albalinatus, so 7 cards in total that we may or may not have to craft. So let's go ahead and save this. Again, there's some stuff that I'm not a huge fan of in this build, but obviously it's a good build. I'm not going to say that it's a bad build. There's just like some cards that I don't like. Like I kind of think that I think a lot of branded cards look cool, but this guy just kind of looks stupid, right? He's not that bad, but I feel like we could run like a cooler card, right? Like a lot of branded cards are cool, right? Like you think about just Cartesia, all dark Cartesia. I love the Bystials. If we could run more Bystials, I just don't know if Lubellion's gonna fit in the deck anymore. And then, yeah, what else did we just cut out of the extra deck? Like, a second Mirror Jade is a possibility, stuff like that. What else is cool cards? I really like this alt art for Ecclesia. Actually, the only reason that I have this alt art is because I had the alt art of Appaloosa, and when that got banned, I just traded it out for this one because I knew that this card was eventually going to become useful. So I was pretty much just picking between cards that I would possibly use in the future, so this was the most likely one to be used. What else do we have? Like, Branded Fusion is a cool looking card, right? That's pretty sick. Mirror Jade's just cool in general, but hopefully we can get the overframe. Grangrenol's kind of cool looking card. I'm not really that big of a fan of Albion. I think he kind of looks lame. I don't really like Lubellion either. He's okay. Titanclad's kind of lame too. But yeah, so that's the deck that we're hoping to build. So we're going to go over to the pack opening. And we'll see how much of it we can get. Should I leave anything open here? Do I need anything else about this deck list? There are some other techs, like looking at other deck lists that we're just not running right now that I would be interested to try, like Priskenian instead of Quiritis. What's his face? Star Source, is that his name? What else is in here? More Ecclesia is the new Tri-Brigade Spring-Ins kit. Those are all interesting things that we might be looking to try out. But I don't think I need that anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. And I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick before we get started recording here. And then we'll get started. So I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, I am back. So, we're gonna get into it. We'll talk about all the cards that we need to pull as well. Wait, did I accidentally press the record button earlier? I must have. Well, let me go delete that because that was recording essentially nothing useful. We didn't mean to be recording the deck building portion. Get rid of that. Okay. So yeah, we'll talk about everything, how we're gonna pull the cards, what we're looking for, all that good stuff. And then we'll hope that we could just get really lucky today. Maybe pull some of the alt arts, that overframe. That would be really cool. I assume that alt art Cartesia is available right now, but it doesn't seem to be in any of the packs that are just straight up open already, which is weird, right? When there's an alt art, almost always the pack is permanently open. Let me check on that right before we get started here. We go here. Maybe it's what I didn't click on these packs. Maybe it's one of these packs. Like, are you in here? No, they just added the lightning bolt. Oh, they actually added Fallen and Virtuous to this pack already? They added a lot of the new cards. So this is where you would get the alt art Albaz. They really like messed around with this too much, trying to get you to go into two. Oh, I do see the Cartesia pack there. Not this one, but obviously you got added here. This got added immediately too. This is actually a really good strategy that they should do more often, but I guess the reason that they did this is because they released a lot of cards for pre-existing decks that already had secret packs. Maybe it doesn't make sense to do this with new decks that don't have secret packs, but they're just like straight up adding all the new cards immediately, which sometimes they've done, sometimes they don't, right? So, but yeah, I guess the Cartesia pack is open. Oh, this one also has Fusion Deployment in it. This one also has Alibur. But Fusion Deployment is also in another pack, right? Oh, this is another one that has Albaz. Oh, this is where Fallen of White Dragon got added. See, they're just like messing around too much. Like, why is Fallen of White Dragon in this pack? How does that make any sense, right? Fallen of White Dragon has nothing to do with Tri-Brigades. Is the new kit in here? I don't even see the new kit. Why didn't they add the new kit to this? Like, this is the Tri-Brigade pack, right? Why is the new kit not there? But is the kit is in here in the Springens pack, of course. With also Fallen of Albaz is in here. If you wanted to get the new Fallen of Albaz, or the altar, I guess it's not new, but like you want to look for the pack that has the least amount of UR cards, right? To increase your chances of it being the alt art. I don't really care about the Fallen of Albaz alt art. I feel like he kind of looks stupid. But maybe it's a little bit cooler than normal Fallen of Albaz. Oh, this is the actual Tri-Brigade pack. That other one was not the actual Tri-Brigade pack. So this is the one that has kit and the new Triple Tactics Thrust, or the alt art. And then what all does this one have? This one has like all of the alt arts. If you want alt arts, this is where you go. Except for Fallen of Albaz. They decided not to put Fallen of Albaz in this one, which is just stupid, right? This one should have Fallen of Albaz, the alt art, in it. Like, you could have taken out Branded Lost. No one, or like, why is Triple Tactics Thrust even in this pack? Who knows? But it's nice that they have 4 alt arts. I'm gonna count the Overframe as an alt art because it's essentially what it is. They have 4 alt arts in this pack. So this is like, and this is the pack that the bundles go into. This is the pack that they want you going into. And we need a copy of Alba Linnatus if we can get it. I really wish that Fusion Deployment was more playable. They made such a cool alt art, but it doesn't seem like anyone's even playing it. And we also got Mimighoul, just because. Because they got, which card did they get? They got, this guy, right? Mimighoul Flower? I think this card is new. Nope, that's not the button to look at new cards. This one. And I exited out because I'm stupid. Yeah, that's the only new card they got. Okay. So anyways, yeah, we are going to get into the pack opening. We'll probably open the bundles because we don't really need that many cards from the new pack. And we'll just spend all of our gems today because why not? We'll probably want to be using almost all of our gems on this stuff anyways. If we don't get alt arts, then we don't get alt arts, but I would really like to get that overframe if we can. So let's get into it, shall we? Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And today is new pack day for us. We got all the new branded support as well as Endcraft. How are you supposed to say that? Everyone just says Endcraft, but is it like Enicraft? I'm not exactly sure. At first, I kind of thought that those cards were lame because I thought they were all just like prisms. And then I realized that some of them are actually cool. So, before we get started, let's take a look. I built us a branded deck based off of the best performing branded deck yesterday. And this is what we're going to initially use to try and learn how some of these cards work. I don't actually know how to play this deck yet, so once we get started, we're going to be learning on the fly. I have like a basic understanding because I've played branded before. So this is the deck that we want to use. The alt art for this card is guaranteed, so I just threw in the alt art right now because we're going to get it no matter what from the bundles. And then other than that, the new cards are Fallen of White Dragon. You can only run 2 of it because we need 1 regular Albaz. Then 3 of the Fallen and the Virtuous. And then I don't have Alba Linnatus, so we're going to hope that we can get him today. Otherwise, we'll craft it. And then the Dark Dragon and the Dragon that Devours the Dogma as well. Other than that, I already had everything else that goes into this deck. But it's a pretty expensive deck, right? We got Cartesia. I just happen to already have the alt art for that. We got Quem. We got Nadir Servants that I happen to already have. I already had the Branded Fusions. I already had the Super Polys. I already had all the brand... Like, the branded extra deck is insane, right? You got UR, UR, WR, UR, 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 UR. Like, I don't know. The branded extra deck is so expensive. If I didn't already have this, I'd have to question my life. We also just randomly have this Altar Aliber, so we're running him as well. But yeah, that is what we're hoping to pull cards for today. So, you know, we visualize what we want, and then we hopefully can actually get that. They kind of did something weird this time with the bundles. The bundles don't actually go into the new pack. So, we have a little bit more than 11,000 gems today, and we're just gonna pretty much spend it all. Obviously, I won't do like single pack pulls, but we'll spend everything that we can on 10 pack pulls. But the bundles go into this pack, the Alba Abyss pack, which the Alba Abyss pack is the one with most of the alt arts in it. The new alt arts being the Triple Tactics Thrust, the Fusion Deployment, and the Mirror Jade Overframe that I'm just going to refer to as an alt art because it functions the same way. You can see here that the new Mirror Jade has a different animation just slightly. I feel like they could have done it better. Like, all they did for the overframe is that the like card appears behind it, right? And it also does that when it's on the field. It has like this little card like outline that appears under it. But like, they could have done so much more for an overframe rather than just be like, look, there's a card behind it. Like, that's not that cool. We do already have 1 copy of this card because I exchanged my Altar Appaloosa for it because I knew this card would become relevant. Here's a big one. Fusion Deployment. This animation is so cool, but no one's actually using the Fusion Deployment in the branded deck, so it's kind of unfortunate. And then this is actually pretty cool. I don't currently have a deck that I would use triple tactics, but I also don't have triple tactics thrust, so I've never really thought about using it in anything. But maybe if we could get some copies of that, that would be cool. Other than that, there's also the overframe here, which I'm not going to worry about right now. I don't have any Dominus Impulses, but maybe now would be a good time to get it. But they do have the overframe of the Dominus Impulse here, along with a whole bunch of just good staple cards. I have a lot of them, but not all of them. It seems like Ghost Mourner might be a little bit better now. Perulia could be pretty decent right now as well. Other than that, like, I really would only want the Dominus Impulses, I think. So I don't think this pack is actually worth it for me to go into. But, you know, if you really want the overframes, you got to go into that one. And then we got some other just random packs, which we'll open all of our free pulls today. But let's take a look at the new pack and see what all we want from here. So we'll look at just the newly added cards. Obviously, we want one Dark Dragon. This card actually seems kind of cool. It has some use in Branded probably later with different cards. Right now, maybe not that useful in Branded, but it could definitely be used probably... Can it be used in Sword Soul? You can add a Spellcaster 4 or 8. I don't know if this is any good in Sword Soul or not. But Sword Soul obviously not a top tier deck right now. As far as the Archfiends, I don't really care about any of the Archfiend stuff. Not a huge fan, nor have I ever played it, nor do I know how good any of this is. This card is just really cool, the Fleur-de-Lis Thunderbolt. I don't think I would know how to even use it in my Branded deck, because it does lock you... Like, if you activate the trap card that this card sets, I don't think there's any good trap cards that don't lock you out of the extra deck. At least for a turn. So I don't know how usable this is if you're using an extra deck heavy. But this definitely has some uses, especially in stuff like Mitsurugi. Obviously, we want at least 2 of the Fallen of White Dragon. I don't know if some decks run 3 of this. If you're not actually running the regular Albaz, I could see you wanting to run 3 of this. But I don't know what cases there are where you're using 3 of him instead of a single Albaz. Kit is not in our deck list for today, but it's definitely something that you might want like a single copy of, depending on what ends up being the best way to play Branded. Now we got the Endcraft stuff. At first, like I was saying, I thought the cards looked kind of lame. Like, it's just a diamond, right? And I didn't really think the whale was that cool because he's just also a diamond with fins. But then I saw like some of the other cards. Like this card is really cool, right? Leon, that's a cool looking card. This guy, Pixia or Pixea, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to say it. That's a cool looking card as well. The Scorpion's okay, but I don't even know if people use the Scorpion. And then the Spider again just kind of is also like the whale. He just has prisms. It's not really that cool, but these 2 cards really cool. I thought that I wasn't as excited about Endcraft until I saw those 2 and thought they were very cool. And then other than that, so do I care that much about the Endcraft cards? Probably not. You need 3 of each of these. I doubt that I'm actually going to end up playing Endcraft, but you know, if we get them, then you know 3 of them are going to be used in the final deck. And then finally we got the Fallen and the Virtuous. They should have just called it Fallen and Virtuous, but whatever. It's pretty much the main reason for this pack. Like this card and this card, right? That's what we're here for. This card is insane, makes Branded incredibly good, can be teched into literally everything, so we need 3 of them. And then obviously we'd also like this card, but that's not going to be too hard to get. So those are the cards we're looking for out of this pack. But as I mentioned before, the bundles don't actually go into this pack. So we're probably going to be doing the bundles and stuff first, but let's start with the free pulls. So Mimighoul got a new card, which is the Flower. We don't really care about that, but we might as well use our free pull, see if we can get like a Branded card randomly on the left side of these packs. I should maybe just skip. Single packs are not really going to yield very much. We also got this new Springens pack. Ooh, we got an ultra rare. We'll watch the opening if there's an ultra rare. One of these days, the ultra rare is gonna be on the left side, and it's gonna give me a card out of the new pack. Wow, okay. We actually got a card out of the new pack, but it wasn't on the left side. That's funny. So there's our kit. Unfortunately, kit seems to be... I don't know if kit is used more in like a Tri-Brigade or a Springens deck, but kit seems to be like a one-of in a branded deck, which is really all that we're concerned with right now. So it's a little bit unfortunate to pick up a one-of immediately, because now if we pick up any more, we're not going to be that excited for it. But, you know, an ultra rare is an ultra rare, right? Go ahead, skip that. We did get this new card, the Arms Mauser. I don't know if this really makes Tri-Brigade much better or not. I haven't seen anyone play Tri-Brigade yet, so I'm going to assume no, but it's a cool card nonetheless. So, and then we also have this, which I think we also should have a ticket for after this free pull. Nothing here, but we'll open this one slowly because this has a lot of high value stuff in it for us, right? Like this could have the alt arts, the overframe. Looks like we didn't get it today. Or on our first pull, we might still get it. So yeah, I got one special ticket here, which will also open this pack. Looks like a lot of nothing. Oh, it's upgraded? Well, could still be a lot of nothing. Yellow upgrade doesn't actually mean anything. I don't know why it exists. It did give us super rare cards, but yellow upgrade could lead to no super rare cards, so it literally doesn't serve a purpose. Can we get an ultra? No. Alright. We just opened 10 packs from a single pack. That's kind of wild. Also, before opening packs today, I was looking at like packs and stuff. And if you're looking for specifically the Cartesia Altar, I was like, surely the Cartesia Altar and the Albaz Altarts have to be somewhere, right? Because usually they open them up, and these are obviously common branded cards. The packs are open and available here, as well as Alibur's in here as well, with the fusion and deployment. So this actually has 3 alt arts as well. If you want these, then this pack's not a bad one to go into. Obviously, I already have 1 Cartesia and 1 Alibur, and I would like the fusion deployment, but since it's not played, I'm not going to hunt for it. But also, if you want the Albaz, he's in a few different packs, this being one of them, but this is probably one of the better ones to go into, just because it already has Fallen of the White Dragon in it, so you have more chances. And if you wanted the Ecclesia alt art, it's there, and if you didn't have Quem, then she's there as well. So this is one of the better packs to go into if you're looking specifically for the Albaz art. But for some reason, they're not like in the recommended page. Like it just has the Mimighoul, the Spriggans. I feel like they could have made free pulls on all those other packs as well, but they didn't. So just in case you were curious, like, is Cartesia somewhere? How do I find it? It's just go over to the pack thing and you'll find it. So now we're going to get into the bundles. I'm just going to get both of the bundles. I feel like this deal is kind of like, this is 1,000 for all these cosmetics, right? But you're guaranteed 2 URs, which is actually better than opening 30 packs, having 2 guaranteed URs. So maybe this deal is a little bit more worth it. And then obviously it depends on, do you like the cosmetics or not, right? Like, some of these backgrounds are really cool, but there's no like field or anything, right? The field is actually in a separate one from last year that I already had. So if you want like a field, it's a Despia field and field pieces, then you're going to want to go for this one, at least first. But yeah, this one just has the Fallen of the White Dragon picture. I'm not sure how cool this icon is gonna be. It's kind of hard to like visualize it without being able to put it on the icons that you have. But it could potentially be cool with this like lightning effect and the Albion, the Shrouded Dragon wings on it. And then I think some of these backgrounds could be pretty cool. which, by the way, I'm waiting till we actually get it so I can see. What card is this? I can't figure out what card this is. Like, obviously, this is the Fusion Deployment alt art, and this is the Triple Tactics Thrust alt art. What the heck card is this? I went through, like, every branded card, every Dogmatica card, every, Despia card. I could not find this anywhere. It's obviously Fleur-de-Lis and Ecclesia, but I don't know what artwork this is supposed to be. But when we get it, usually when you try and apply it to your account, it tells you the name of it. But for some reason, even in like the details of this, I could not find the name of this background. So maybe someone knows, but hopefully we'll figure it out. And then so, yeah. Well, we do get, there is the Albaz mate. Mirror Jade is a cool mate. Albaz, I'm not so excited for. So I don't know if I would use this guy, but Mirror Jade is a cool mate. I'll give it that. And then this other bundle, I like these sleeves. And this other bundle is really interesting because it comes with Royal Rare alt arts, which I don't know if they've done. They've probably done like giveaways for Royal Rare alt arts, right? For like Worlds campaigns. But I don't think they've ever done a bundle where you get guaranteed Royal Rares and those Royal Rares are alt arts. This is obviously the Ecclesia I was talking about earlier that we're guaranteed to get. And then there's also the alt art for Dogmatica Fleur-de-Lis. And I'm not really a huge fan of the Albaz coin, but we do get the collection here. I'm not sure how close I am to finishing the collection. I think I will be really close, but I think without getting the Fallen of Albaz alt art, I don't think I'll be able to complete it, which is kind of unfortunate because I'm not planning on going for it. But I do kind of like these sleeves. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So both of these bundles open this pack down here, which gives us chances to get all those alt arts, including the Overframe Mirror Jade. And then after we open those for 4,600 gems, this doesn't have a guarantee, by the way. No guaranteed. Obviously, I think it will have a guaranteed SR just because it's 10 packs. But it doesn't have a guaranteed UR, which I feel like they should have just added a guaranteed UR to that. So you're spending 600 for all of those cosmetics, which I think the Royal Rares probably make it worthwhile, especially since one of them is probably just gonna be used. So you might want to pick that up. This one is more up to preference, right? Are these cosmetics worth 1,000? Now it is an icon border, 3 backgrounds, and a deluxe mate, right? So there's a lot of stuff. But if you're not gonna use it, then it's not actually worth anything to you. So you got to make that decision. Otherwise, you could just open essentially 50 packs of this. Instead, we're going to be opening 30 packs to get both of the bundles, right? So it's 20 extra packs that you could be getting, which is more chances at the Overframe. And then, so after we open these bundles, we'll see what we get. Like I said, the only card I actually need from here is Albalinatus. If we don't get the alt arts, then it is what it is. We'll then go into the actual pack, spend the rest of our gems there to get the new cards. So let's get into it. We'll start with this one because it does say guaranteed here. It just doesn't say it on the actual screen. So let's get started. Open up all these. Ooh, that's not what you want to see. So unfortunately, or fortunately, I like to take my time opening the packs because I get some joy out of what we could get from the packs and stuff. So I'm not going to be skipping through anything. If that's not your cup of tea, then I guess you can check back in with what we got at the end. But I like to open all the cards, see like if something flips over is royal, and kind of like just the anticipation is part of the fun of the chance of getting something cool. But again, we're not really locked into like needing to get anything because we have plenty of UR crafting points to craft the whole deck either way. I would really like to get a UR out of these first 10 cards though. What the heck is this card? We were talking about Trick Stars earlier because my last card to predict was a Trick Star from that card decoder. I don't think I've ever seen this card before. But maybe they actually play it in Trick Stars. I don't know. I've never played Trick Stars. But unfortunately, when we know that none of them are showing to be URs, then it's a little bit lackluster because we could just get through all these 10 cards and not end up with anything. Folded Sword Soul is one of those that we could potentially play in the deck as well. Another Golden Sword Soul. He also opens 3 packs, which is funny. Are we going to get a UR? It's very disappointing to walk out of 10 pulls without a UR. You're pretty much trying to get like 2 URs out of every 10 pulls. And I'm pretty sure that if we don't get any URs out of this, that we don't get the guarantee either. Like on the, when we actually, well, I guess it would even be the other pack, right? It's not even the pack. Okay, we got no URs. We did open up 22 packs, but I think some of them are overlapping. So we do get all this stuff. We'll apply it later. But yeah, that's kind of an unfortunate one for the bundle. To kind of get nothing. Is this now have a guarantee? No, it didn't even apply the guarantee there. So yeah, if you open a bundle and you don't get a UR, then you don't even, the guarantee doesn't actually carry over to anything. So that's an unfortunate start, but maybe we're just paying it forward. We're getting unlucky to start off with, and then we're gonna get like everything from here, right? What do we want? Hopefully a Mirror Jade. Hopefully an Alba Lenatus would be nice. And sure, give me a copy. Like, if we're talking everything that I want, give me a copy of Fusion Deployment and a copy of the Alt-Art Triple Tactics Thrust. Otherwise, we could maybe go for a second Incredible Ecclesia, but I'm not too worried about this one because I have one, and the other regular one that I have is a Royal, so we could always just use the Royal and this one. But yeah, getting the Overframe Mirror Jade is probably the highest value thing, and then Alba Lenatus is maybe the second. And this one is the coolest one. I think the Fusion Deployment art is the coolest, but... So, let's see what we could get here. 2 guaranteed URs. And this is, I assume, an extra? Oh, wait. I'm not sure where the URs show up in a 20-pack bundle. One of them should be here, right? So this, I think, is an extra UR. I've kind of figured out a lot, because I like to open them slow, so I've kind of figured out a lot of the ins and outs of pack opening. Obviously we don't open bundles too often, so. And not even a lot of bundles have more than 10 packs to begin with, so I'm not familiar with all of exactly how the bundles work. But supposedly this next pack should have a UR for us, right? Who the heck is this guy? What is this guy? This is just a dinosaur wearing like an exoskeleton. What is this? Is this an Endcraft card? Why does he have, why does it start the same way with it like Endcraft does? I don't know. Not familiar with that card. Okay, our first UR. The unfortunate thing about this compared to opening the selection packs is this is a secret pack, right? So that means the left side is random. So any URs on the left side will not, or have a, it'll essentially be impossible for them to be like the alt arts that we want, right? That's the one bad thing about opening secret packs compared to... Dang it, it's branded Lost and they don't even play that anymore. That's probably one of the worst things we could have seen. But yeah, secret packs are a lot less consistent than selection packs, which is kind of why I like to just open the selection packs when they come out. if there's anything I could possibly want from them, just because the likelihoods that I'm actually getting what I want are much higher than a secret pack. But generally, they like to put the alt arts in secret packs, because it's less likely that you get it. Just a random Fuma. Okay, that pack was kind of a dud. So I'm thinking the next pack should have our first guaranteed UR, right? It's upgrading, but I don't think that's necessary because it already has the guaranteed UR that we know about. Now, the guaranteed one's always the last card. Technically, one of these other ones could also become a UR. Ah, that's also useless. Okay, this is looking good, right? We got our guaranteed UR back here, and then we got 2 bonus URs, at least. Ooh, left side of the pack, though. It's not what you want to see. Just a random rusty Bardiche. Ooh, just a random extra UR right side of the pack. Ooh, there's the fusion deployment. Like I said, this is my favorite of all the alt arts. But might not even be played. I'm hoping that this is the UR. It does appear that the UR is at least on the right side. Another fusion deployment. That's unfortunate. I mean, yeah, if you play it, you're probably running 3 of it, but I rather would have seen a Mirror Jade there, right? Alright, can we get any more bonuses here? Otherwise, we're not going to get another UR until the last pack. Also, I haven't actually seen it, but I assume... Ooh, a random UR, but it's left side. The overframe card can come in, like, glossy and royal, right? I haven't seen... I think I saw a glossy one, but I have not seen a royal rare overframe Mirror Jade yet. Wonder what that looks like. Random Desiree. Alright, can we walk away with something cool at the end? Really, like, the coolest thing we could pull is the overframe Mirror Jade, right? Left side of the pack, but it's not, might not be a UR. It's not. Alright. The other good thing about the guaranteed cards in bundles, especially when they're in secret pack, is the guaranteed card has to be the last card, right? Which means it has to be on the right side of the pack. So the guaranteed cards have to be from the pack, right? So you're automatically cutting out all of these being the guaranteed card. Oh. We got multiple branded loss. Oh, the tragedy. Okay, so what is this is Virtuous Vestals. That's not a real card, right? Hold on, I'm looking it up. Vestals is not a card. This is not real. Where did they get this from then? Is this like out of the anime or something? Where did they get this art from? I mean, I like it. It's good art, but like they just randomly made up a new art to give out. You like have they done that before? Where there's a background that just doesn't exist? I guess there are some. Are there? I'm trying to think. Does like any of the other animes, like the Sky Striker or the IP one, did either of those have arts that weren't real card arts? Can't remember now. But this is, as far as I can tell, not a real card art, which is an interesting decision. So, we did get some fusion deployments. Again, I really love the art and the animation for the fusion deployments. So that's cool, but I don't think we're going to be using the card, unfortunately. Other than that, we did get quite a few URs. We were guaranteed 2, and like I said earlier, we want to get like 2 every 10 packs. So we would have expected to get about like 4 here, but we ended up with 7, so it's pretty good. I might get rid of some of these branded losts. We could get rid of one of these Lubellians for sure, and use that to help us craft later on. But that seems like all we're going to put into trying to get the alt arts for today, at least. Let's go grab all of our cards out of here. And before we get back to opening the new pack, let's take a look at that collector's list. Like 194 cards in this collection? Are you kidding me? They just included everything. This isn't even just branded. There's like all Sword Soul cards, all Sprite cards, all Dogmatica cards. Black Goat Laughs is in here. Okay, this one will be easy to get. Black Goat Laughs is a UR. I guess it does have Aluber's mask on it. That's why we're including Black Goat Laughs in here? Are you kidding? What else? Okay, that's obvious. What is this? Tri-Brigade, sure, a new Tri-Brigade card. This Coliseum is on here. We're even including the Therians and the Ice Chains and the new Altar Triple Tactics Thrust. Okay, well there was no chance that I was finishing this, huh? And this like Therion, isn't this also a Sprite card? Or is this just a Therion card? It's just a Therion card. Aegerin? Well, I guess we already decided that there's all the Ice Jades. Yeah, that makes sense. The new one there, sure. This is the Devours the Dogma. The Overframe is on here too. Of course it is. Of course. We do need Alba Lenatus still. This card is not even good. I was like, oh, maybe I could like craft the last few cards to finish this up. No, half of them, like, not half of them, but like, there's like 8 alt arts in here. So then obviously fall to the white. Yeah, we also need the alt art Fallen of Albaz. I don't have that. Okay. There's no way we're finishing this Fallen and Virtuous collection. That's crazy. I can't believe there's 194 cards. Okay, so we got 6,000 gems. Are we spending them all here? That's the question. I mean, I guess if we got really lucky, maybe we wouldn't, but so far we already pulled the kit randomly. We still need one of you. I would like to get one of you. I would like to get one of this, just in case we want to use it for something. We still need 2 of that, 3 of this. That's pretty much all I want. I don't care about the Endcraft cards. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. That's not even that, like, honestly, if I just pull a few of the cards that I want, I might just go back and try and get the Altar Mirror Jade. Usually how I try and do it is like, once you get down to 5 cards left that you need, out of a selection pack, then I generally start crafting from there. 5 or 4 or 6. Sometimes it just depends on the situation. But if we pull a few of the cards that we want, I might just craft the rest and go try and get that overframe Mirror Jade. So let's see what we can get here. These are all the gems we got, and I'm not buying extra gems, so. We did see one UR in like the 3rd pack here. Who is... Oh, this is an Archfiend card. I was like, I'm not familiar with this guy. Why did they make the whale the cover card? Like, the cover card should have been Fallen and Virtuous, right? But even if you're not going to do that, why not make it Dark Dragon? Why is it the whale? If you're going to pick the cool Endcraft cards, like I pointed them out earlier, right? They're Leo and they're Pixea. But neither of those are URs, and usually they don't... I don't think they've ever picked a non-UR card to be the cover card. Immediately gotta fall... Immediately we get a Royal Rare Fallen of the White Dragon. That's a valuable pull. I bet there's a lot of people that want this right now, right? I feel like the only higher value thing that people would want right now is Royal Rare Overframe Mirror Jade, right? Other than that, this is high value. Oh, maybe Fallen of the Virtuous. I would have rather had Royal Rare Fallen of the Virtuous, to be fair. But that's a pretty good pull. Especially since it's one of those cards that you're going to consistently be searching. So then you could just make sure that you're searching the Royal Rare ones. You can always show it off. That's the same thing that I said when we pulled that Royal Rare Cool Tune Synchro. Because you're always searching Cool Tune Synchro, right? So you just always make sure that you search the Royal Rare one, so you get to use the specific one that is cool more often. That's the good thing about Royal Rares and Alt Arts, actually, is if they're searchable, then you just always search the one that you like more, right? Now, the other one, you might have it in your hand sometimes, but... Dang it, Sanctifier, I already have 3 of you. I don't need you. Why couldn't you have been Fallen in the Virtuous? Can we get one more UR out of this 10? Now, we did already get 2 URs, so that's pretty much what we're looking for, 2 URs out of every 10 pulls. But that doesn't mean I don't want more. What is this? Oh, I guess I had Lilyboria? I thought I didn't have Lily. Who is this? Why is there a cat doing a flip off of a scratch pull? Okay, hold up. Send from the hand or deck to the graveyard, special summon it face down. So this is supposed to be like Endcraft support? I haven't seen anyone use it in Endcraft, so it must not be good enough. After this card was flipped face up, if a monster is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, while this card is in the monster zone, you can target one of them, special summon it, and face it. So it is Endcraft support. What a weird card. The problem is it takes too much setup, right? But I guess the good thing about Endcraft, they don't need their normal summon, right? Which is why they're playing degenerate stuff like, what were they playing? That one, the Dark Fiend guy who makes it so you can't special summon. They're all playing that because they don't need their normal summon. But technically, you could just normal summon this flipping feline, right? But you could also use the Endcraft cards to set him face down, I think. But then you gotta wait till like your next turn to actually flip it face up. So he's better face up, honestly. Alright, so first pack, I mean, we did get a Royal Rare Fallen of the White Dragon. So that's pretty cool. How many cards do we still need here? One, two, three, 4, 7. So we get like 2 more cards. Maybe we'll go back for that Mirror Jade card. Okay, we got at least 2 URs. Why is Ghastly Glitch in this pack? Oh, I guess for the Archfiends? Ghastly Glitch is weird. Why does it have Labyrinth artwork on it, but it's not a Labyrinth card? Okay, here's our first UR. That we did not want Sargass. Why is Sargass even in this pack? Sargass is one of those, like, super filler URs. At least, like, Albion is used in Branded. Who the heck is using Sargass? Which of these decks is using Sargass? Please enlighten me. Like, is Archfiends using it? Because they seem to have... This guy's level 8. I don't know if they have any more level 8s. And then they're not even, like, machines, so... Even if you search... Therion, like... What's his name? Regulus. Regulus is the good one. Even if you search Regulus, like, what are you doing with it? I guess the only thing... Sargass can probably search Kit, right? But is that good? I doubt it. Alright, what do we got here? Give me a card that we need. There's the second Fallen of White Dragon. That's pretty good. We've knocked out 2 cards that we need so far. Can we get 1 more? If we get 1 more right now in this 10 pull, then I will go back for that Mirror Jade over frame. At least try to get it. Ooh, another UR. It's got a chance. That's not one of the cards that I wanted. Also, like, what is this? What are you? You're like a bird guy? With a giant hammer? His name is Convertible? I didn't see that before. Why is his name Convertible? Flip monster from your deck in face-down defense position. Oh my god, so this is just more Endcraft random support. But, like, Endcraft cards aren't even flip cards, right? Or are they? Are you a flip of... Oh, you are technically a flip effect. I thought they were just, like, on flip do something. I didn't think they were actually flip effects. They do... There are actually flip effects. Okay. So that does actually work. Like I said, we want to pull 1 more card that we need before I'm going back to that Mirror Jade. We really need to get to... Like, we already got all these. We don't need them anymore. Give me some of these. Or give me this. Ooh, I'll only see 1. This is a new card, right? This Gung Ho Springids. Oh, we got a lot of glossy cards. Wait, I guess Axe of Despair is an Archfiend card, right? Why is Axe of Despair an Archfiend? Does it do anything for the deck? For this to be an Archfiend card? Like, do they do something with Archfiend equips? We even got Deus Ex Crawler in here. I wonder how good Crawler is with the Endcraft cards. Because Crawler's another one of those that when he's face down, he does stuff, right? Bonus you are here. Like, he, like, flips up to negate something, right? Ooh, we got that. We got the whale. We got a glossy whale. Again, I didn't really want the Endcraft cards. We obviously needed this, but that wasn't going to be a big ask to craft it. We've gotten all 3 of the Endcraft cards now. I didn't want any of you. It's looking bad for the going back to the Mirror Jade pack. If we don't hurry up and get at least one more card. I guess this is an Archfiend equip, right? I was just asking about Axe of Despair actually doing anything. But I need to see like what cards actually interact with being equipped by an Archfiend equip card. Or maybe it's just that it becomes searchable is the benefit. And they don't actually need it to be an Archfiend equip card, but it's an equip card then that's searchable by them. Alright, so we didn't get another card that we need. We did get 2 Endcraft cards, however. I'm gonna stick to my guns. We need to get one more before I go back for the Mirror Jade. Because, you are right there. Although I said that, now I'm considering, like, maybe I just don't stick to my guns. Is crafting 6 cards that bad for me? Not really. Because I can't craft the Overframe Mirror Jade, right? But I can craft all the stuff in this pack. Come on, just give it to me right now, and then I don't have to worry about going back on my word. Oh, there's the hammer. Ah, there's a card that I wanted. I didn't want that one, but we got a card that I wanted, right? So it counts. Well, we got 20 pulls to go for that Overframe Mirror Jade still. And Albalinatus. Hey, there's a Scorpion. Can we get another? There's 2 cats. What just like a goofy card, though? I get that it's like flip support, so that's why the cat is flipping, but like... This card is so cool, though. This card and Leo are so cool. Or Leon. Meanwhile, you have like this guy. This is one of the lamest cards ever. Like, what is this? Like a torch stand, except he's an Archfiend? Other than like all these Endcraft cards, they're literally just like prisms and diamonds. What are we doing here? Also, who is Time Reloader? Like, is this supposed to be for... What's that one deck called? But it, like, his level and stuff doesn't make sense. So what are we here? It's another flip effect, but I was thinking of Redoer. What archetype is Redoer a part of? Can't remember what that archetype is called. They have something to do with time, right? Alright, looks like we're probably not getting another UR, huh? Maybe. These are both at least SRs. Dang. Okay, well, we accomplished what I said, which is get one more card that we needed, or wanted. We didn't really need this, honestly. Because, like, I could craft this whenever, right? It's not like this is some alt-art card that I can only get right now. I can craft this whenever I want. We got both of these. I guess I'm going to have to craft all three of these and craft this, and then whenever I actually want this, I can craft it, right? The same situation with these two. I could just craft it when I want it. And we did end up getting 4 out of the 9 Endcraft URs that we need. But I guess we did get lucky and earlier get the kit from the Springens pack on our free pull from there, so that was convenient. So yeah, we got 4 cards that we're going to have to craft at the end of the day. And we're going to go back for that Mirror Jade. We are going to have to craft Albalinatus if we can't pull him. So obviously this is number 1 priority. I'd say that maybe getting 1 Triple Tactics Thrust is number 2 priority. Then Albalinatus. Let's see. Can we just get lucky? Like, why not, right? I only see 1 UR. But 1 is better than 0. Ooh, an extra one. And it's on the right side of the pack. Just be the Mirror Jade. Do it. Do it! Oh, it's the Ecclesia, but that's... now we have 2 of the Ecclesia. I would rather get stuff that I don't already have. A triple. This is a Ryzeal card. Has anyone ever used this Ryzeal card? Because I've never seen it before. It is just a 4-star monster with 2400 defense, huh? Interesting. For a second, I was like, what is it? Eradicator Epidemic Virus doing in here? It's the left side of the pack. It's not in this pack. Parasite-Croid. Ooh, another triple. Why do we keep getting triples? Alright, so was it pack number 9 that had a UR in it? It was pack number 9. Alright, here it comes. At least be on the right side of the pack. Oh! The horror. I don't have Wakaushi yet, huh? But give me another one. Alright, it's Golden Sword Soul again. Alright, we got one last chance. Got at least one last chance for today. Do I go back later? I don't know. Probably not, but... If we don't get any URs, then I will go back later, at least to get our guaranteed UR, but let's just hope that situation doesn't happen. Just give me the Mirror Jade right now. There's 1 UR, that's all it's showing. Hopefully that one's Mirror Jade. Scary Moth. This is like a B Trooper card, right? Oh, maybe not. This is a Floodgate. Maybe it is a B Trooper card, but they use as a Floodgate. Ah yes, the only Adamancipator synchro that no one plays. Ooh, we got another chance that we weren't expecting. Come on. It's another Ecclesia. Okay. Okay. See how it is. You know, it's times like this where now I'm regretting crafting the Ecclesia. If only I had known at the time that I was gonna get others. I think I was trying to make a choice between, like, do I get the... I think it was the House Dragon Maid alt art and the Ecclesia one. I was like, well, the Ecclesia one, obviously, because I'm more likely to use that one. But now we have 3 of them. Which is funny because there's another alt art that I just randomly have 3 of, which... Well, actually, no, I have 3 of the Motorcycle Masquerena for some reason, but I also have 3 of Sky Striker Ray. Just random. I didn't even try to pull for it, I don't think. I just got a whole bunch of them. Okay, so the last pack had a UR in it. This one also has a UR. This could be it. That's a UR, but it's not it. That's Branded Fusion. We did not need that. Alright, we got one more chance. Come on. Last chance. It's on the right side. Come on. Yes, we got it! Last pack, last card. We actually got the Mirror Jade. Alright, that's pretty sick. And it's also like the overframe card, it already has like the border as if it was royal, right? Which is kind of cool. Does the... it just doesn't do the, like, effect of being royal. But does Dominus Impulse... Hold on. Before I move on to the Dominus Impulse. So we didn't end up getting that. We didn't get Alba Linnaeus, but that's fine. I can craft Alba Linnaeus. This I cannot craft. So... that's pretty sick. I'm glad that we actually got it. Does the Dominus Impulse also have that border? It does. So, like, all the overframe cards, I guess, have this, like, Royal Rare border already without the Royal Rare effect going on. Well, I'd say this went pretty well for us. We got the Mirror Jade. Extremely lucky. We also got a Royal Rare Fallen of White Dragon. What's his name? White Dragon Albaz Fallen guy. Yes, put the cards in. So it just added this Ecclesia. Get rid of this guy. This guy's ugly. We don't need him anymore. We got this guy. Oh yeah, here we go. And then what else? It added this guy. So we got the Royal Rare Fallen of the White Dragon. Obviously, we got this, but that was guaranteed to get this Royal Rare Alt Art. And then we got the Overframe Mirror Jade. I wonder if this card looks cool. Like, I've never crafted for Royals, but does this card get summoned? Yeah, I guess it does get summoned, especially with Super Poly. Maybe that would be a cool one to get Royal Rared. Because I obviously have a lot of mats for it, right? So, but we only need to craft 4 cards. It's not that bad, right? Oh, now we gotta craft Alba Lignatus. Right. Okay, so how should we do this? We should craft this first, because I think it will give us a free pull in the pack it's in, unless we've already used that pack. But it should be does it count as a new pack if new cards get added to it? For the sake, because you know when you craft something, you get to open a free of the pack it's in. But I don't know if when they change packs, or like which packs are actually new, because there's 5,000 Albaz packs. We'll start with this one, then we'll craft this guy, and like we'll just do it in this order, so in theory we could maybe pull one if we get incredibly lucky, right? How do I craft again? We craft only one, because if it does open a pack for us, we can then maybe pull it. Yeah, save, that's fine. Okay, what else is in this pack? I see that the Fleur-de-Lis Thunderbolt is in here. We could get the Fallen of Albaz alt art right now. That would get us one step closer to finishing that collection. Or just give me Fallen of the Virtuous. No, don't do that. Wait, this pack isn't even free. I'm stupid. I didn't realize it wasn't actually a free pull. It says free pull on it when it's actually a free pull. That was my bad. Okay, Alba Lignatus next then. That's also not a free pull, right? Yeah, okay. Cool stuff. Alright, what about you? Do you open a free pack for us? Hey, it has an exclamation mark. That means it actually has a free pack. Okay, but this is the Sword Soul pack. This doesn't even have branded cards in it. We could get this. I'd be pretty psyched to get this. Right now, we already have, like, 3 of everything, right? Except the cards that I don't need 3 of. So just give me this. Why not, right? Okay, not looking promising to start off with, but our luck can still change. Alright, well. Is this a good one? This is not the good one, right? The Harbinger is the good one. Yeah, the one that's in the name of it is the good one, but this one, I don't even know what you do. I'm not reading you. If I already have the Harbinger on the field, I'm not summoning you, probably. Unless you say, like, you instantly win the game. Okay, well, we could still get a Royal Rare of one of these. That's our last hope right now of excitement. Get a Royal Rare, Fallen, and the Virtuous. Last one. Here we go. It's not Royal Rare. Well, this is our deck. It's pretty... It's like... It's got a lot of alt arts and unique cards in it, right? We got this alt art Royal. We got Alibert alt art. We got Ecclesia alt art, which we now have 3 of, so depending on how many we want to play those. We have a Glossy Cartesia and an alt art Cartesia. We have a Royal Rare Fallen of White Dragon. I swear, like, if I start playing this deck, people are gonna think that I, like, spent hundreds of dollars to get some of these cards. We just randomly lucked into that. We do have an extra Branded Fusion. Do I get rid of it right now? Surely Branded Fusion is never coming off of the ban list now. Or at least not any time within the next decade. So maybe I should just decraft that. And then we obviously have the Mirror Jade. Oh, I guess it's not that crazy. But yeah. Is this still count as a branded Despia deck? I guess Alibert is still... Like, this was the name of the deck before we changed it. It still has some Despia cards in it, kind of. You're not a Despia card, right? It's really just like Alibert, Quiritis... Is that it? Branded in red is technically a Despia card. Branded opening is a Despia card. This is not a Despia card. Does this count as a Despia card? It's a branded and a Dogmatica card. No. So it's still got some aspects of Despia, but I feel like we don't really need to advertise that anymore. It's just branded now. But anyways, that is the pack polling. I'd say it went pretty well. We ended up with pretty much everything that I wanted, right? We got the Mirror Jade. The only thing that I wanted that we didn't get was the Triple Tactics Thrust alt art. But other than that, we ended up with everything. So I'm happy. We didn't have to craft that much. We only crafted 4 cards, and then we still have that Sword Soul card that if it ever becomes relevant, we can craft it at a later date. But yeah, this is probably what we're going to be trying out in the next one. So hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Okie dokie, there is the pack polls for today. And I guess we're going to try and learn how to play branded now, but not going to lie, I do not know how to play the new branded deck at all. So we're probably just going to wing it and hope that everything works out. What do we want to use here? I do like, this is probably my favorite deck box now. Is there a branded deck box? If there is, I don't think I have it. We'll keep using this deck. This deck box is not bad either, but it's kind of just plain. Our protectors. These protectors are a bit outdated. We want to use it. We should use the new sleeves. These are also pretty cool, huh? These are actually really cool. But I do really like the Malice sleeves. Where are the new sleeves at, though? They're apparently not at the bottom. Oh, they're right here. We'll use these, and then extra deck. What should we use? I feel like we don't want to give away too heavily that we're playing branded, right? So maybe I still keep the Malice stuff. Just so we don't sell the game at the very beginning. Now, do we use the Despia field? Or do we use this field? I still like this field. But there's a lot of good fields now, right? Like this one's good, this one's pretty good, this one's good, this one's good. Those are my favorites, I think. I just don't think, like, this one doesn't seem like it fits branded at all. Like, the cards aren't going to look as cool on this, but maybe we'll try it. This might be my favorite field. This or this. I think these two are the top. Field parts. Where's the... This is the one that goes with it. Do we have anything cool that would fit it better? I used to use like this all the time, the negate attack one. Or this. Or the labyrinth one. These are all pretty good. This new base. Like, I still like this one. It's just good. Could use the Despia one, but I usually use this one. This one was my favorite for a while. And then, should we use the new mate? That's the question. I feel like if we use the mate, we're definitely giving away that we're probably playing branded. Because really, like, who's buying this? Because it's not like the normal ones where you go into the selection pack with the bundle, right? This is literally, it only goes to the branded pack. So literally only the people who plan on playing branded are probably buying this. I also think that he looks kind of lame. But, like, how, can I make you... Can you, like, force him to transform? That's not what I wanted to do. I right-clicked and we left. The Ray one's still pretty good, but... Well, sure, let's use him. There is some possibility that people are going to use the branded mate, even though they're not playing branded. And then I like this coin the most. This coin's still the coolest. What should be our cover cards here? We go like... Oh, we were on card number 2. This. Just all the special shiny cards? Why not, right? Oh, that's not what I meant to do. How like what all does this card do? Oh, you can add... This is one way that people are adding another Fallen and the Virtuous, huh? What do we have up here? Oh, because we made some progress on the collector's file. We're only 11 away, which you can craft stuff, but the problem is all of these are like, this is an alt art. This is a bunch of URs. This is the Triple Tactics Thrust alt art. That's not unreasonable. This guy sucks, but he's a UR. Where's the, like, we still need the regular Albaz alt art, right? Are those the only 2 alt arts? It's, like, not out of the realm of possibility for me to finish this now. But I'd have to craft a whole bunch of URs and pull for those 2 alt arts. And I don't think that they're in the same pack. So I think it's just way too much effort. It's not worth it. Plus, like, who even cares about these collection things? This one looks really cool anyways, like... Does the other one look cool? It is the Fallen and the Virtuous. That's pretty cool. This is crazy. What was the biggest collection thing before? I don't know if I have all of them. But it was 41. I think that these are all smaller, right? It doesn't actually... If you have it completed, it doesn't tell you how many there are. But this is only 2 pages, so... And the Cool Tune I know is small. But we went from, like, the biggest one being 41 cards to 194 cards. Also, the reason that I guess I don't have some of the newer Sky Striker stuff on. But yeah, I just randomly had like 3 alt art rays, but I don't even have Kagari, Hayate. I don't even think I have Engage either. Yeah, I don't have the alt art Engage. Oh well. Oh, we should check out the... I don't really like the new icon, but let's check out the frame. What does this frame go well with anything? It's actually not that bad. I thought it would look a lot worse. But I do really like this. It's the elf note with the non-finito. And then what about the wallpapers? This fusion deployment one's pretty cool. I feel like this one's tough, right? Like, they really only got Shireg in here with I can't even remember what her name is. She's on like 5 different cards, right? I don't know which one that is. I guess Shireg is also on like 5 different cards. But they didn't get the whoever's in the background on there. Because, like, this one, you can see that they changed the art to, like, split it up. So they put Fleur de Lis's face and Ecclesia's face, even though they're not next to each other. Which one do I like more out of these two? I kind of like this one. Oh, wait, no, I meant to change the home wallpapers, too. How many can we have now? We can have, like, all these filled, huh? We'll just put all of them, all the new ones on. Is there anything else old that I want to add? Add this back. Yeah, that's good for now. Now we'll have, like, more cycling through. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna have to learn how to play branded right now, like, on the fly. So this is going to get interesting very quickly. Because branded is not super linear. So there might be a little bit of a learning curve here. But I'm going to take a quick break, go fill up my water, go to the bathroom, and then we'll do some dueling and see how it goes. So I shall return. Okay. Alrighty, so how the heck do you play this deck, huh? So since we're running the Cockatorium, Branded Fusion can lock us into fusions, but we could summon Rindbrum, summon the Cockatorium, send Mercurier, search Fallen of White Dragon, summon, and then since you can't synchro anymore because of the Branded Fusion, you just immediately summon Quem, right? And then Quem... What does Quem do? Like, what do I want to send with Quem? Am I sending, like, Albion? This is the part that I don't actually know. Like, I could obviously send Albaz. But Albaz is already in the grave. So we don't need to worry about that. Albaz would already be in the grave from the Branded Fusion. Quem can send Cartesia. Or Ecclesia. What exactly do you summon? One monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz. You don't actually mention Fallen of Albaz, do you? Maybe I should look up some combos, huh? Okay. Let's go through like this combo, because it starts you with Nadir Servant, which is obviously going to lock you out of the extra deck. So Nadir Servant, send Titanclad, or Titaniclad. And then, wait, this could search Albaz? Yeah, okay, so this could search this guy. And then you send Devours the Dogma. Actually, I feel like Dragon... Like, how do you shorten this name? Dragon that Devours is probably the best name for it. And then you use that to summon Ecclesia. And then you go end phase. Titaniclad summons Quem. Quem sends Cartesia. And then you add Fallen in the Virtuous. Fallen in the Virtuous in the end phase. You activate it to send Albion. And destroy... Do you target? Yes, target. And you destroy Ecclesia. And then because Albion got sent to the graveyard, you activate Quem to summon Cartesia. And then because a fusion monster went to the graveyard, Ecclesia comes back to your hand. Then Albion activates to set the second Fallen in the Virtuous, or Branded in Red, or Branded Retribution. And that's a pretty solid board. So what if we have, like, an amazing hand? What are we trying to do? So that does confirm that, like, Quem is trying to send Cartesia because you want to get the Cartesia on the board, which is what I was trying to figure out. Is there even... Does anyone even have any branded fusion combos? I guess this is a branded fusion combo, but... Let's do, like, this one. So this is if we have Albaz of White, Cartesia, and any card. So we normal summon Cartesia, activate you, send Albion, and then you summon with Ecclesia, and we then make you Dark Dragon. Dark Dragon activates... Wait, to summon Kit? That's not what I was expecting. Kit adds Retribution or Fallen in the Virtuous. Probably Retribution, because I assume you're gonna get access to Fallen in the Virtuous through other means anyways. But you can only activate one of these, so... Yeah, this is a situation where whichever one you pick, you then will pick the other one later on. So then after that, you activate Cartesia to use Kit and Cartesia to make Grangrenal. Grangrenal sends Titaniclad. I don't know what this step means. It seems to be set. Oh, you just set the card that you searched with Kit. Okay, so then you set either the Retribution or the Fallen and the Virtuous. Then you go end phase. In this case, we're adding Cartesia back? Are we getting another Cartesia or what's that? So Cartesia's coming back. Ecclesia's coming back. Albion's activating to search opening. But we're just adding the opening. You can set, right? You can add to your hand or set. And then Titaniclad is activating to summon Quem. Quem is sending High Spirits, and then High Spirits gets added back to your hand because of this. Still in the end phase. These combos are ridiculous. This is all in the end phase. Still in the end phase. We now activate opening to discard the Cartesia. Oh, I was like, why did we add the Cartesia back to our hand if we want to summon it? We're discarding it now with opening to summon Aluber. Aluber searches branded in red. Then you activate branded in red to add back White Dragon. Wait, where did the kit come from? I thought the kit was in the graveyard. I'm confused. We used the kit earlier to make Grangrenol. Add the Albaz back. Add it to your hand, then fusion summon by banishing. Yeah, what? This doesn't even work. Unless I'm missing something. They're using the kit to make Lubellion. And then, what the... Now Lubellion is discarding the Cartesia? We just discarded the Cartesia. I don't think this combo actually... Like, we could maybe do other stuff to make the same things happen? But we have to discard the Ecclesia now, right? Like, the Cartesia has already been discarded. And then the Quem activates to summon the Cartesia. So it works, like, if we discard both of these, it's just, this combo is incorrect. But the thing that I'm not understanding is how we're making Lubellion. If we already used Kit to make Grangrenol earlier. Do we have a different body? We have Aluber. Can we use Aluber to make Lubellion? Yeah, surely we could use the Aluber. Yeah, okay. I think they meant to say, like, for one of the discards was Ecclesia, and I think they meant to say that for the second fusion summon you're using Aluber. Because you could definitely still use him to make Lubellion. And then Lubellion, discard Ecclesia, Quem, summon back Cartesia, and Lubellion is making Mirror Jade, and then the Dark Dragon comes back. This is way too complicated. Why are there 20... Why are there so many steps in the end phase? Also, we only ended up with either this or this. We didn't end up with both, huh? Because we did all this, like, weird branded opening stuff in the end phase. If we didn't do this, we could have ended up with both of these, right? I don't know. Is it worth it to get, like, overly complicated? Like, what all did we get out of doing this branded opening into branded in red play? We got a Mirror Jade out of it. That's it, right? So we're choosing between Fallen and the Virtuous, like having both of these, or having a Mirror Jade. Huh. I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, everyone is playing branded. Sorry, I was tabbed looking over at some comments because I don't actually know how to play this deck, so this is gonna get interesting. Alright, well, let's just try it, and then we'll see if we want to maybe play some Elf Note stuff tomorrow. Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. In the last one, we pulled for the branded cards, and it went pretty well, right? We got pretty much everything that we could have wanted, except like an alt art or two. But today we're going to try out branded. I played branded a while ago, so I had most of the cards already. But now we got some new additions and some new ways to play the deck. So before I put these cards into other decks, I kind of want to learn what we can do, and then that'll help me decide how much branded I want to put into decks. I get that, like, you could just put the Fallen and the Virtuous and maybe, like, the Fallen of White Dragon into decks, and then maybe leave it at that. with like maybe an Ecclesia as well. But I think there might be some possibilities to put more stuff in to make more cool plays, like with Quem and Cartesia and stuff. So I want to learn exactly what we could do with the branded cards. Now I did look up a few combos, and it's way too complicated for me to just remember off the top of my head after reading the combo through once. The part that's going to be really difficult is the end phase stuff. The end phase stuff is all going to be about sequencing, getting it in the right order to add more disruptions during the end phase, and also trying to make sure, like, I guess the basic idea is in the end phase, we're trying to preferably have Fallen in the Virtuous or Retribution set and summon back Cartesia somehow, usually with Quem. And then other than that, we're just kind of doing a whole bunch of other stuff that could involve like branded opening, Aluber, search branded in red, to make Lubellion, to make Mirror Jade in the end phase as well. But if you're doing that, then you are probably giving up one of these two. So I don't know if it overcomplicates it to have a Mirror Jade that you probably... Can you make Mirror Jade? Surely you could figure out a way to make it with the Cartesia, right? So, but yeah, I don't know exactly how you're supposed to use this card. Like what situations I want to summon this in. But it would give you access to this, obviously. And assuming that you're going second, then this card's just a free special summon. Which this card is usually also just a free special summon going second. So this card can help you break boards, but I don't know if there's a situation where you want to use it going first. Like I said, I haven't really played Branded recently, so I just don't know what all we can do going first and like what the ceiling of our disruptions is on turn one. I'm just gonna try my best to make some decent plays and figure out the deck, and then hopefully I'll be able to learn more before we play it some more. But this is gonna be my first step into the new branded stuff, so we'll see how it goes. We do have Super Poly. I don't know how many people are playing Cool Tune. Like I've been saying, I feel like branded coming out is going to be better than Cool Tune until Cool Tune gets like Fedralus, right? So I don't know if we actually should be that worried about Cool Tune, because I think most people are probably going to switch to branded because it's going to be better. What do you do here? Is this for the rest of the turn, or also for the rest of that turn? So should I just like branded fusion first? But then I can't... I would have to discard a card for this, which is okay because I do have the extra Fua. I could also branded fusion first. Let's try this. It does seem like he has Ash. No, he does not. He has Impulse. Is this... This doesn't... Branded Fusion doesn't actually mention... Wait, it does mention Albaz. It has to be a monster. Oh my goodness. Okay. So hold on. What card... I was just looking at it a minute ago. What card? Oh, you could search White Dragon with Nadir Servant. That's what I forgot about. Alright, well, let's go with that then. And then hopefully we'll just, like, special summon Kit later. Oh, what do I want to send? Oh, jeez. Here we go. Okay, it seems like Titaniclad is going to be a good send, because that's how we're going to summon Quem. So we're going to almost always want Titaniclad in the grave, huh? And then we're going to go ahead and search this guy. And then we activate you. And we want to send the new one, this one. We summon, we activate, and we can summon Ecclesia. And then I think I want to just use Kit right now. There's like no good reason not to use Kit, right? Because I'm not going to be able to use the Fua anyways. And I probably just want to add this, right? This is just kind of a bonus. So let's go ahead and add this. Return the Fua, we don't need that. Then we'll go ahead and set this. So we go end phase, and this is where it gets a little complicated. We want to activate the Titaniclad first. So Quem is like our priority in the end phase. First thing to do is get Quem out. And then Quem, we want to make sure we get access to Cartesia. We do need to be careful. I used the kit, but I wasn't really paying attention to if I would have enough room on the field. I think I will. And then, so then we activate this new one. Allows us to search you. And then we want to activate that card. And we might as well blow up our kit, right? Oh, he's out of there. Well, I wanted to do the combo. Okay, so the rest of the combo from there is... normally you would target your Ecclesia if we didn't have the extra kit. But I feel like saving the Ecclesia is actually good for us here because we can just use it to summon an Albaz on their turn, a regular Albaz. So I think we're instead going to pop the kit. And then we send Albion. Because we sent Albion, Quem brings back the Cartesia. Ooh, that's... We don't get the Ecclesia back to our hand, though, if we do it that way. But then Albion can set Retribution, so then we have both Fallen in the Virtuous and Retribution. Okay. It's going to take a little bit for me to get this down. I don't actually know these combos. Luckily, that guy surrendered. We got to figure out, like, a lot of decks become easier for me once I can kind of figure out what the flowchart is. And I think the important stuff is Titaniclad needs to be sent because Quem needs to be summoned because Cartesia needs to be sent by Quem. And then other than that, we're just kind of doing stuff that sets as many disruptions as possible while trying to accomplish those things. Alright, we get to go first again. Very convenient that for our learning duels here, we get to go first. Okay, I got no idea what you're supposed to do with this hand. Can I, like, find something real quick? Because I don't even know how to play this hand at all. Do we have anything? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what you're supposed to do when you have the regular Albaz. I feel like that was not supposed to happen, so we're just gonna have to figure it out, honestly. Let's go... Can you add back Cartesia? No, not really. Cartesia's not a Despia, right? This hand seems really bad. The Cartesia's not a Despia. so I have to send something else that is a Despia. Oh, I could send this guy, huh? But then what am I making? Because I kind of want to keep the Quem, right? I guess I don't have to fusion summon. Can't back out now, though, so... What else can I make? Like, if I just want to use just these two... Does this lock you into fusions? No, I don't think so. Like, I kind of have to make a Rindrum, huh? Seems like he's the only one... I probably shouldn't have fusion summoned here, I guess, is the moral of the story. Ooh, maybe I should have sent Titaniclad, because we... Oh, we don't need it because we already have Quem. Never mind, never mind. We got something else here? We summon you. So we're locked into 8s now. Can you summon from the banish pile, by the way? From deck. Hand or deck? And then can you summon... Does Cartesia mention Albaz? Surely it does, right? It does, okay. I have to imagine that I want to bring this guy back, right? Could still keep going, but I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh. We're just gonna go end phase. And then, so you come back to hand. And you could set? No, you can't set. We're ashing now. Which means I'm not going to have access to Fallen in the Virtuous, huh? So the unfortunate thing is we can't... I don't know how we get this Albaz. I guess we have to Cartesia and, like, Lubellion it back? It's a little complicated. What did you just send? Oh, Star Source, right. I assume we just want to get into Lubellion quickly, so we can then Mirror Jade this guy away. Oh, I have to use you? That's inconvenient. That's not really what I wanted. Well, hopefully that'll all be okay. We're just gonna have to improvise a little bit, because I don't know how to use all these cards effectively. What can I bring back? Oh, I could probably bring back the Rindbrum, huh? We don't need to activate anything else. Rebellion, we want to make Mirror Jade out of you and you. I don't know if maybe I should have kept the Lubellion and spun back the dragon that devours. Oh, did I mess up? I think I just passed over priority to him when I did not mean to do that. I might as well just banish this guy then, huh? Yeah, I didn't mean to pass priority. I just accidentally let go. Wait, he has to stay on the field? Oh, he does have to stay on the field. That's crazy. Because he has to lose the attack. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Although I don't have a card to discard, but Rindbrum should be able to get me a card to discard, right? But I gotta wait for an extra deck monster to activate. I think we might be doomed here. I ran out of time and he now has this transmigration. I also already used Quem, so I can't get a second Mirror Jade this turn, huh? I guess I should have called by this guy. That was a mistake, not called buying this. I just didn't realize it was going to summon this. I don't really know what all these Tachyon cards are. I'm trying to learn 2 decks at the same time. That's not fair. I don't even know my own deck, and I gotta learn what this guy's deck does. But yeah, I think that was my misplay. If I called by that, I think we're perfectly fine here. But now all he has to do is summon from the extra deck, and then he negates my Rindbrum, and then I cry. Wait, what do you do? That's fine, I don't... Oh, we're just going battle? There's nothing I can do about that. So now I can't get a card back into my hand to use with Albaz. The good thing is if he negates the Ecclesia... We only have this Albaz, but if he negates the Ecclesia with the Tachyon thing... What are we targeting? Then it won't banish itself, so it'll still be there. Are they locked to stuff? They have... There's a lot of locks going on. One of them's mine, though. He's allowing that, huh? I didn't think he'd allow that, but I guess it's fine. I'm gonna summon this guy. Wait, you could still activate? Okay, I just gotta toggle off. I didn't realize that he just activates on every special summon. I thought it was only if he did his stuff. Obviously, I probably needed to call by there, but I don't have time, right? I lose, so we'll just try and play it out like this. I don't know what all this nonsense does, unfortunately. So I'll probably misplay on his or on my turn again, but yeah, I think we won if we just called by the thingamajig. Is that forever? What? That seems lame. Oh! Gosh dang it. I forgot that a whole bunch of stuff happens in the end phase. Oh, I wasn't thinking of that at all. Okay, we could do better than that. I think we were in a fine position. It's just a matter of I used up all my time. Why do I keep opening up Fallen of Albaz? Do I do this? This seems like high value, right? Because, like, Branded Fusion is not the best play in the deck anymore. Also, have the decks always been angled like this, or am I crazy? Didn't they used to be straight? I was just looking at his deck and I was like, why is it all crooked? So Albulinatus, we could like set Albaz, try and Albulinatus, but I don't know how many dragons they actually end up with. Probably not that many. Super Poly. I assume Super Poly could use face down monsters too. Because, like, if I set Albaz and then activate Super Poly, can I summon this? It doesn't say anywhere that you can't, so I assume you can. But, like, you probably couldn't use face-down monsters on your opponent's side of the field. How did this work? Why did you summon? The kit summoned you? What locks are we under? Are you fusion locked? Yeah, you're fusion locked. I don't know that he actually wants that, but maybe. Do you mention Fallen of Albaz? No, so you could just get the kit back with that. Why did we put Branded Sword in here then? I feel like maybe he's just as confused as I am, so, you know, fair. He still have his normal summon? He does. Okay, well that can't be correct. Alright, how many dragons does he have? He has 1, 2. He's got 2 dragons. Should I just set Fallen of Albaz, try and summon Albalinate? Wait, you can do this? I didn't know you could do that. You could use their Fallen of Albaz? That's crazy. Okay. Well, this seems like the obvious way to start. Or maybe I should have super polyed But I could still super poly. When he activates his Fallen of Albaz here, we should wait for him to activate, right? What? What do you mean? Why did you activate? Because his Fallen of Albaz counts. So I could summon you using his Fallen of Albaz, this guy, and this guy, right? But I could also just use Fallen of Albaz, probably. And then save the Super Poly? This card might be really good to just play in every deck, huh? Because you could just use their Fallen of Albaz. Although, most of them aren't going to have another dragon on the field, right? I feel like that was a pretty big misplay to have a dragon. What do you do? Yeah, I should probably do that, huh? And this card's unaffected, right? Ooh. Does he have multiple? There's no way he has more regular Fallen of Albaz, right? Should I activate Branded in red here? To save my Albaz? This is only spells and traps, so I think I have to do this. It can't attack directly, right? But I can no longer summon Cartesia very easily. I think I do have to do this. Then I won't have anything to discard for Super Poly, which is a problem. Wait, can he summon from the grave? Yeah, maybe I misplay it. No, he can't summon from the grave. Okay. So we want to try and just make sure that he can't use this Quem to summon Albaz, right? Why is this guy not activating? Oh, because I don't have enough stuff to banish. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So you just can't attack directly, right? But you can still attack. What do we still got here? We can still make Anaconda after all of this, but that would activate the Quem. Yeah, I think I should have just made Grangranol, right? What does it even have? Oh, he's just doing this now? This is only my graveyard. I can't, like, do anything weird to his Brand Infusion. Wait, can I win here? Hold up. I might be able to win here. I could use this right now, get a card into my hand, and then Super Poly. Why can't I Super Poly? Is really none of this summonable with these things? If I had like Garura or something, I win right here. Gosh dang it. I feel like I need to do this, but I ran out of time now, huh? Oh, geez. Here we go. Oh, that loses my unaffected stat? I didn't even realize they counted his cards for this. Okay, we are not in a great spot. I didn't really know what Alba Lenatus added or did in the end phase. So I guess I could have set the Branded in red. What can we still make? Oh, these are both tuners. Maybe I should have done something there. I think I have to do this now because otherwise Quem is going to activate. Do I have anything in here? I actually don't know what I can make. But let's find out together, shall we? This seems pretty good. I don't have enough time to activate this all, but it seems pretty good. Now the problem is the branded lost. I think the branded lost kind of counters whatever I could do here. Ooh, yeah, that guy's a problem too. Oh, I guess I should have activated that. That was stupid. But it wouldn't have affected this guy anyways. For the rest of the turn, okay. Oh, whoops. I should not have done that. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to get rid of the bread and lost, but I'm out of time. Okay, that's probably fine. That's problematic. What do we have in here? What do you do? Oh, that's not very good. Eh. So that's main phase only. Let's see if he uses it. Yeah, this is a little bit unfortunate. We just don't have any time, and we have no recursion, really, anymore. We messed up by banishing the Albaz and the Cartesia. Do we have an Albaz? No. You, I guess, is the best play. Oh. Are we gonna be okay? I have no idea. What is he doing? Is he going Anaconda? No, Lulu Wall Lilith. This is kind of a funny game because it's just two people who don't really know how to play Brand. But of course, he had a huge advantage because he got to go first. We can't forget about that. I think I send this. Why are we doing this? Ooh, the Grangranol can summon something, right? I don't want to allow that, I think. I think I just do nothing, right? Like, I obviously could have used Quem there, but if I special summon, then he gets to do stuff. Okay, I mean, that was a lot. Turns out this is pretty hard, huh? So yeah, we really messed up by banishing our stuff early on with branded in red. So we could use this to get white with this, right? White dragon. We just kind of wait until he actually activates something that's going to special summon from the deck or extra deck. Like that. He just had Ash, though, it seems like. Oh, called by. That's unfortunate. But now at least he doesn't have call by for later. Also, he used the Quem. I feel like the Quem is like one of your most valuable resources. So I don't know if you want to use it like that. He's getting access to Branded Fusion, though. So there is that. You're a spellcaster, right? You're not a dragon. Does this make the kit summon the Albaz? Although I don't know what he's summoning with Albion if he's summoning the Albaz. Can you summon Quem back? Oh, you could summon any of these back. Okay. I see. Yeah, the kit's kind of cool. I don't know why you wouldn't summon the Quem back. Because you definitely mentioned Fallen of Albaz, right? Do you not? Yeah, right there. Fallen of Albaz. Okay, so he is keeping one dragon, but maybe not a Fallen of Albaz. Yeah, a lot of people... welcome to the party, Ash. A lot of people are just activating cards, huh? We are just using cards. Me too, but... Also, was that a Royal Rare Maxi? That is a Royal Rare Maxi. How should we do this? I feel like maybe we Aluber first, but... do I even want that too badly? Like, he can summon something. Not exactly sure what with the Cartesia. I think I summon Aluber first. But I don't really want to use the... maybe I do want to use the Branded Fusion. But we can just get this, huh? Which is probably better. Is this guy disconnecting now, or what are we doing? I feel like we're in a pretty good spot. We just gotta kind of win this turn. Which I think we would have been able to do. We followed in the Virtuous, get rid of the Mirror Jade. So then all we have to worry about is the Cartesia, which I don't think she can do that much. Let's look at our extra deck. Can Cartesia do very much without Albaz? Like, I don't even know what she's trying to summon. I don't think she could summon anything, actually. Is Grangrenol a Despia monster? No. Yeah, I don't think Cartesia was even activatable, actually. So then it was just the Mirror Jade, so then we just had to try and kill before the Mirror Jade wiped our field, but even so, we were probably going to be in such a commanding position. Alright, we'll do a little bit more, but I do need to maybe watch a guide or learn a little bit before we play this too much more, because I'm just kind of flailing a lot of the time. I keep having Albaz in my opening hand. Seems not ideal. Max C. That's pretty bad. What can I do under Max C? I don't know what that means. You're talking about like Endcraft or something? Because unfortunately, if I go for the normal Nadir play, we're not going to be too happy about that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about Endcraft. I feel like it's not gonna be a fun deck at all for anyone involved. Ooh, that's bad. Should I just get Fallen and Virtuous here? Probably. Does he have Droll as well? I mean, Endcraft is just inherently Floodgates, right? It has like multiple, like, you can't target anything. Ooh. Do I stop you? I don't think I need to stop him from getting the trap card, probably. Can this be super polyed? Probably not. I mean, I don't even have very good super poly targets for it. Ooh, that's really bad. Oh, I shouldn't have let him declare an attack. I'm stupid. This is the first time I've played Branded with the new cards. You don't have to be obnoxious. Surely... Well, we could do Titanclad. Or do we want to get another Fallen and Virtuous? Both is good. Also, did he pass on activating Ogre, or like... Oh, no, it was already activated. What was at the top? Ugh. Yeah, I shouldn't have let him attack. Can we do anything? This deck doesn't play enough super poly targets. Wait, we could super poly this? Well, I don't think he could do anything with this, right? Oh. Wow. Well, I didn't think he was going to summon a floodgate. That's unfortunate. I just add this guy then? Yeah, but I mean, like, Endcraft is playing a whole bunch of floodgates, right? They're just trying to rip into, like, Vanity's Fiend or whatever. That's their whole game plan. And then they're just trying to burn you to death in the meantime. This could maybe save us, right? You're 15-15. This could probably save us. Even if it gets negated, we could beat over that guy. The real question is, do I just activate Fallen and the Virtuous and then try to win? Alright, let's send this. Oh, okay. Well, see, we won. That's how you play Branded, obviously. I think Endcraft is going to be one of those decks that no one likes to play with or against. It's just kind of like a degenerate strategy. A lot like Hecka Hands. Like, Hecka Hands is not that great, but it's inherently just a very degenerate strategy. Well, we're going second. At least we have Fua, but Fua always gets negated. How often does Fua actually go off? Also, this Albaz... Oh, look, it's this deck. Fua, it does nothing against this deck. Oh, boy. Yeah, Albaz is just glued to my hand. Fua does nothing against this nonsense. Degenerate, like this. This is degenerate. You know, banishing, like, doing something that inherently ruins the game for everyone in a way that is, like, non-interactive. So, like, banishing everything, taking your one-ofs from your deck, like Hecka Hands, so then you just can't play the game because they stole your Garnet. Stuff like that is degenerate. Yeah, but that doesn't make this... Just because it protects you from Droll doesn't mean it's not a floodgate and it's not degenerate, right? Like, the problem with Fissure is this card is terrible going second. Just god-awful. And you should already be winning going first, so why are you playing a card like this? Like, you already win going first, and then you're playing a card that's terrible going second. It just makes your deck worse to be obnoxious when you do get to go first. Do we know, like, all I know is that he has the whale, right? I don't even know what any of these cards do. This is the other thing that I think is degenerate, the fact that they just, every single card searches everything. That I would also call degenerate. It's like, it requires 0 skill expression. You just activate yellow button until you have everything. That would be another thing that I would refer to. Although, he's probably not trying to rip into Vanity's Fiend, because he wouldn't have placed all these face down. Why did he show 3 different things? Okay, what do you do? Because surely he's setting this right now, right? Okay, so this is if I do it in response to something that he's doing. Wait, can I even act? I can't even activate Fallen and Virtuous, right? Yeah, I can't even activate that, so that's obnoxious. Does this have to send? No, this is discards, but there's nothing to fusion with. You think he would activate this and then not set this? I find that very hard to believe. There's no way he... Because he still has room, right? Like, why not just... Like, if he had 2 cards, he would probably set them both. I don't even have a play is the problem, right? Like, I can't play. Because of the fissure. I can't activate... Like, Fall to the Virtuous just kind of would win if I could activate it. And since none of his cards are face up, I can't interact with them. This is what I mean by degenerate, right? Like, his cards are all non-interactive because they're all face down. What? Which one are you talking about? Flip one, then Albat? How am I supposed to flip one? I don't have anything that can flip them. Here, you know how to play the deck. How the heck do I beat it? Like, the problem is Albaz, like, these, are they all light? I guess they're all light. No, they're not all light. But some of them are light, but, like, light doesn't do anything. High Spirits lets me search white. Which... Sure. But it doesn't even... Because they all get banished anyway, so it's kind of like... Like, the problem is this stuff is all getting banished, right? Oh, and then it doesn't even work because I can't send it to the graveyard. Yeah, so... Okay, none of my cards do anything. That would be a good example of degenerate. It's just stupid. Like, I don't see why. Like, if that guy ever has to go second, he loses 100% of duels he goes second. So it's just annoying. Like, at least my deck can play going second, but his literally can't. Look, I just copied the best branded deck after the first day. Like, I'm not changing my deck after a single game loss. I need to learn how to play the deck first. This is just idiocy. You don't change your deck every single loss. Yeah, but Fissure's also incredibly bad going second, and you're gonna go second 50% of the time. I don't care if you think your cards are breakers, you're not breaking anyone's board. I don't actually know how to play this hand out. Do we start with Quem? So we want Cartesia, right? We send Cartesia. And we're not going to be summoning from the extra deck at all, so I guess we're doing this. We don't need Titanclad because we already have Quem, so we send you. We search this guy. Quem can summon Cartesia. I'm not dueling random people with a deck I've never played before. I mean, there's simple solutions to this. Just, like, be reasonable. What do we want to send? I guess maybe this guy? No, I'm not dueling you. Never. Probably never in my lifetime. Do we? We don't really need this Ecclesia, do we? It'd be nice to add it back, but I think we just summon this. Oh yeah, that's the floodgate that I was thinking of. The whale hard floodgates, you. So fun, so interactive. So do we want to, like, we don't need any more stuff in the graveyard, do we? I probably should have summoned Ecclesia. What do we require? Do we have two? We have two. But we don't really want to send Rindrum back? Yes, set it, please. There's probably no reason to max the early. Okay, well. That sucks. Oof. This banishes everything, which pretty much just loses us the game, huh? I have to activate this. Should I pop the... This sucks so bad. I guess I pop this guy, but it doesn't help me a whole lot. Oh, this lets me immediately summon you? Okay. Wait, this is my only play, so... You have another one? I guess it was wrong to activate Quem, huh? But now I just banish Quem, I guess. Summon you. Summon you in defense. That's crazy. Beansmith, huh? Well, we'll wait. Luckily, this ensures that we'll draw something that we can discard, probably. Ooh, we drew Ash. That sucks for him. Surely he's not going to continue, or maybe he is. Who knows? So what can we summon right now? Not that. We can't really summon anything, huh? We need him to go into his extra deck. What the heck? Do we do this right now? I think we gotta. We gotta drop the Branded Fusion. What do you have? Or do I keep the Branded Fusion because we're gonna get another Fallen in the Virtuous? Keep the Branded Fusion. Ooh, wait, hold up. We could do this. Or is that not the right play? Oh, wow. He just straight loses off of that, too, because then we shuffle back the Symbol Skeleton and the Galatea. And then it's just completely over for him because he's got nothing else. I can't believe he double evenly matched us. Now, the real question is, was it the correct play to activate Quem immediately or not? I do not know the answer, because obviously Quem is a trigger. So we need a card to go from the extra deck to the graveyard, or to out of the extra deck in general. So if we didn't do it immediately, I think we were fine, right? But we lose access to Quem forever, which kind of sucks. Alright, we're gonna do one more. I think I don't like this Albaz mate. He's kind of lame. Exo. What? I guess you wouldn't summon Elise if you... Okay, sure. He probably has a way to trigger Elise. Well, he doesn't have Betrayal. Does he have a way to eat? There's none of the face downs can trigger release, right? Because it's all his effects. You'd have to have Betrayal face up. He could still interrupt us here. But I don't think he can actually trigger Elise. Like, I still have to be the one to trigger Elise. Also, are you kidding me? We don't have any fairies in here? You're a fiend, not a fairy? Even though... Oh my gosh. That's unfortunate. But we can always use Nadir's Servant. Let's see what we could do first. Imperm. Do I Super Poly to dodge the Imperm? Seems like a decent play, right? What am I dropping? Probably the other Aluber then? What am I searching? This only trigger or targets face up cards. So I think we just go Branded Fusion. But I don't have Kit. Branded Opening is only Despia monsters. I think I got a Branded Fusion. Are we just gonna have to discard this Branded and High Spirits? So this would be one of the plays where we want to make the Rinbrum play, right? He's actually out of there, but let's see. So Branded Fusion, we go Rindbrum, send Cockatorium, and are you supposed to send the regular or the white dragon? Probably the regular one, right? Just so he's in your graveyard. And then Cockatorium tributes Rindbrum, summons to the field, sends Mercurier to the banish pile. Mercurier searches White Dragon. White Dragon activates to summon... has to be an Ecclesia monster. So it's only these two. But then we might be able to get to lethal from there, right? I assume he still has like a banish on field. And that might be it. And the Cockatorium becomes dark. Well, I'm just using this list right now because it was the one that did the best yesterday, and it didn't have Kit in it. I did pull a Kit, but I just wanted to use the one that was the best, and then see from there. I think I would probably play a Kit, but I think you'd play it instead of the Cockatorium, right? I think it's either or. You either play this or you play Kit type of thing, maybe? Like, we have this Kit. I assume you're talking about the other Kit, right? The Tri Brigade and Springans. This one right here. The Cockatorium is interesting just because, like, it makes Branded Fusion into a starter, which it is with Kit as well. But this puts Rinbrum into your graveyard. instead of putting, like, what are we putting normally? If Kit is light, then you have to, then you're summoning Albion. Yeah, I feel like summoning Rindbrum is better than summoning Albion, right? Because what are you making with the Albion effect? Like, literally, if you branded Fusion first, assuming that we're branded Fusioning first and we have nothing else in the graveyard, what are we making with Albion? Because the Kit wants to summon the White Dragon back. It has to be in the graveyard, so you can't use Albion to make anything. I think, right? Yeah, because this guy requires 2 dragons. Obviously, Kit's not a dragon. Is there anything you can make? Can't make that. I don't think there's anything you can make with Albion. So maybe the Cockatoриum is just better than the... better for Branded Fusion. Because, like, Branded Fusion and White Dragon already conflict with each other. So you can't really go all in on your White Dragon plays if you Branded Fusion. But I think the Cockatoриum is a nice, like, compromise. I do think that, like, if you have other plays, though, that the Kit is probably better. Because the Kit can be used to summon, like, a Quem. This has to be from your graveyard, though, right? From your graveyard. So it can be used for, like, a Quem and a Cartesia, right? You mention it. You mention it. So yeah, either of these two. If you could get these two out with the Kit, then it's good. But if you don't have either of these two in your graveyard, then it becomes more difficult. But, like, normal summon Quem, send Cartesia, then Branded Fusion is pretty good with the Kit. That would probably be a situation where Kit is better. Well, I mean, does it even matter, though, at that point? Because Quem is just going to summon the Cartesia anyways. I don't know. I'm not good enough at Branded to know this stuff. But it kind of seems like to me that the Kit is like follow-up, maybe? It doesn't really seem to do that much turn 1. It's like only if your Quem has gone to the graveyard do you want the Kit, right? If you've somehow lost your Quem. I don't know. I need to see a little bit more. So this was our first try at Branded. We actually won quite a bit, huh? How'd we do overall? Where'd we start? Is this where we started? I think it is, right? What the heck is this? I don't think that... No, this is the first guy we played against, right? No, I didn't want to look at your profile. Yeah, I think this was actually the first guy we played against. So we won 3, lost 2, won 5, lost 2. That's not that bad for not having any clue how to play this deck. I'll probably spend some time looking at a guide and figuring out how to play the deck a little bit better before tomorrow. But I do want to try the cards in other things as well. I just don't know exactly what to try first. It seems like the most logical to start with Branded, which we did, but we didn't learn a whole lot. Kit is best for Omega. Can you explain to me how the Omega play works? Because, like, how are you using Kit? Like, you can't activate Branded Fusion if you make Omega, right? So how are you getting kit if you're making Omega? I guess kit does mention Fallen of Albaz, so you could quem it. But if you're quemming kit, then you're not quemming Cartesia, which seems not ideal. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. I'll try and learn a little bit more before we play again. And I'm still not sure. Like, I want to play Branded a little bit more. I want to play Draco Tail with Branded. And maybe I want to try Elf Notes with Branded stuff. Because I do like the Elf Notes. And there's definitely some room to maybe take out the Fiendsmith stuff. Or maybe take out the Super Polys, keep the Fiendsmith. We'll have to see. But anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. Okay, so I'm done with recording for now. How do you use kit with Omega? Go back to the deck real quick. And like, why are we making Omega instead of this? I don't really understand that either. I guess if we already just have everything, then you don't need to summon Quem with this? Also, this wasn't useful at all today. It seems like no one's playing Cool Tune anymore. Maybe it's just like everyone's playing with the new toy, but this doesn't seem to be doing a whole lot at the moment. Maybe when we climb a little bit further, then people will get back to playing Cool Tune. I imagine they're just playing Cool Tune with Fallen and the Virtuous, right? Anyways, Branded's too complicated. No, we'll probably keep playing it. I like that it's complicated. It's just a little... It's got a steep learning curve, right? And I do want to try some other stuff as well. I wonder how, like... How many Branded cards can you fit into other decks? Like, can we play Quem and Cartesia and stuff in other decks? Alongside this and Ecclesia? Or is that just too much? Like, how many slots? It's 3. Would we still play 2, or would we play 1? Would we play 3 of this? I'm not exactly sure. And then, like, would we want to play one of these and instead play some extra Branded extra deck cards to be targets? Although it does kind of seem like Super Poly's going to be really broken right now. But just like with this card, right? If they ever make the Nadir Servant play, where they end with Fallen of White and like Quem and Cartesia on the field, you just Super Poly into this, and then it rips their entire field. That seems pretty good. I feel like a lot of, like, I guess you're probably going to play it anyways with this. But maybe you want to play more than one. Can this shuffle itself back? Or do you have to have this to shuffle it back? This is only if it's special summoned. So I feel like you probably want both of them in non-branded decks, right? Because you send this, and then you send this. Or you even send this first, save this for Super Poly. But you send this to get this back, right? But, like, are we actually activating 3 of these in a single duel? Probably not, but you're probably activating 2 of them pretty consistently. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for the stream today. Did we play great? No. Did we get heckled a little bit? Yes. But we won a lot. So that kind of matters. Anyways, that's going to do it for the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will be back tomorrow. Probably some more branded, but maybe we'll do something else as well. Not quite sure yet. Anyways, that's all for now.